welcome to the stage, Bobby Baldwin!
I'm gonna try to be kind of fast. I actually work from home. I'm on the clock right now, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm from a small town. I recently went back there to see my family, and seeing my family always makes me want to take off my glasses because I've seen enough. Dad had recently had a heart scare. It happens. He's like 69, and I go into the house and they say we're getting rid of all the trans fats, and I'm like, okay. Guys, I don't really want to talk about politics right now, and you can't call people fats for like the last time, but that's not what they were talking about. They were talking about changing their diet. They're not going to deep fry anything anymore, hooray! No, that's not what's happening. They're going to stop deep frying stuff in vegetable oil. They're going to start deep frying stuff in olive oil. That was their big news. I was there, I tried to negotiate. It was like a hostage situation. They had some squash. They were like, we could air fry these, we could steam them, we could do anything. We were not successful. I think what happened is like the microplastics in my brain and the lead in their brain weren't like kissing, so we were unsuccessful. There's good news though. The oil heats up. Their kitchen suddenly looks like a Whitesnake music video, and it was at that moment I realized that they're not going to die of a heart attack at all. They're going to perish in a very unfortunate and unpreventable oil fire. So that brought me some warmth. Then talking about the olive oil made me realize olives have really gone crazy. I mean, like used to be you get olives and they just had you could have pitted olives and maybe they'd have some pimentos, and now there's like olives with jalapenos and cheese and garlic, and I guess they put the extra virgin olives in like the oil, and like the really slutty olives, like the kinky olives go in the jars. I got some the other day, they just had butt plugs in them, so that's really strange. I went to a club the other night, and the bouncer walks up to me, and immediately he's like, wow, you got a really firm grip there. I'm like, wow, that's really nice. I've been working out, actually, y'all. And the whole reason I started working out in the first place was to give a better hand job. So his feedback on that was just really polite, I thought. I read recently about melatonin addiction. Do you know you can get addicted to melatonin? This is like a real thing. But it made me think, is there melatonin anonymous, like a room like this where there's just people sitting around just wired, accusatory, I'm not tired, you're tired. But then there's one guy, maybe just crouched over in the corner, a little drowsy. They're like, Terry, he fell off the wagon. He renapsed. So that, I don't know if something like that would happen or not. I got this nose ring. Nose rings are really confusing, and I'll tell you why. Do you remember in school you could have a gay ear? You could have an ear, you get it pierced, and suddenly your lobe will out you. It'll be gay. I didn't want to make that mistake with my nose, so I did a little research. Really tried to get the right information. I did not. Turns out both sides of the nose are the gay side. I didn't know that. I messed that up. I guess I'm just gonna have to, I'm gonna have to swallow. I guess I'm just gonna have to get used to the way penis tastes to keep the nose ring. Just swallow my pride and keep it in that regard. I should have known, though. Nostril sounds a little bit like a slur. There are some words that do sound like slurs that aren't slurs, water spigot. Water spigot. Someone's like, go turn that water on over at that spigot. I'm like, okay. Calm down. Is everything okay at home, first of all? Why didn't you just say faucet or hydrant? You didn't have to get out your evil thesaurus to tell me to go turn the water on. It just seems unnecessary. It seems really hostile. I could go on and on about this actually for quite some time. I don't really get behind spigotry. I don't think that that's a good thing. I don't support that at all. So that's good. I had a friend the other day, and we were talking about trains and specifically living near train tracks. And my friend's chatting with me about it, and he's like, yeah, the sounds train makes. And he's talking about not the train moving along the tracks, but the horn, famous sound. But he decides to do an example for me. And he goes, the train sound. And I'm like, yeah. And he does this. He goes, auga. Now, for those of you that are not autistic, that's not the sound that a train makes. That's the sound that a cartoon wolf makes when he sees a pretty lady, his eyes pop out, and starts hitting himself over the head with a frying pan. But Kyle chose auga, so that was a fun time for us. My name is Bobby Baldwin. That's everything I've got. Thank you so much.